What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's having a great day. Cowboys Eagles hate week, man. This is some bullshit here. This is some bullshit here. This morning, I'm working on the house, getting ready for game, on Thursday and stuff, because we have, I've been taking care of the red brick house. My house has been, it needs work and stuff. My deck boards, the wood is old and things, and it needed to be changed. Wife was cleaning up, the kids had lived there, so, it's not clean like the wife likes it clean and everything else, and, doing all the stuff to get ready for Thursday night and the beginning of the NFL season. And I'm planning on getting up early to get started and doing work and stuff. And I get a call at 6:30 this morning. It says, our sewer line is backed up. The toilet's overflowing. It's like, oh, fuck. They're Eagle fans, right? They're Eagle fans. So I get started, do a little bit of work so my guy can keep on going while I'm gone. And I drive on down here, 155 miles. I go to Home Depot, I rent the 100-foot long snake. Thank God I put a clean out outside. And run the snake through there. Good thing is the snake, this big one that's back here, you might see the orange head of it. This is one of those self-feeding ones. It's got like a spring thing that you put in the pipe and you turn it on. You ain't got to touch it. It's not like the old school ones where you got to be pulling and fighting that thing. You step on the pedal and flip the switch and just let it go. Okay, so I'm just letting it go. And I run 100 foot out there because 100 foot will get me out into the sewer line, the main sewer line. And I don't feel it hit anything because if it's a tree root, you hear like, and it starts on it. Okay, didn't get any of that. I was like, what the hell? I said, it didn't really hit anything. Go all the way out. I bring it back. It gets all the way in there, boom. Pull the spring thing out, and here it is. It's a towel. Somebody flushed a towel down the system. Check this out. The towel is white and green. I believe, isn't white and green Eagle colors? Isn't that Eagle colors? I'll tell you what, when I get back to Home Depot to chop the snake off, I'll show you the towel. So I'm wondering, did they do that shit to me because it's Eagles hate week, Cowboys hate week? So the Dallas Cowboys, it doesn't matter what moves that they make, it will be deemed the dumbest move out there. You realize that, right? So if the Cowboys had signed Micah Parsons, they would have said, you paid too much for Micah Parsons, okay? He's overrated. It's the dumbest move ever. That's what it would have been. Now, of course, Green Bay is getting praised, even though they spent $47 million. $47 million. Okay, so think about this for a second. We still get grief because Dak Prescott was $5 million more, right? A jump up of $5 million. Micah Parsons jumps up over $6 million, and nobody's batting an eye. Nobody's saying shit. They paid too much. That's ridiculous. No. Green Bay does it. Oh, great move. They got a generational talent. Cowboys, so stupid. Worst trade ever, right? And so now the Cowboys are going through and they're saying, okay, we believe that we'll be better off if we have strength in numbers. Let's go ahead and take care of our good players, our young ones, now, pay them early, so we're done. So Deron Bland, a guy who had, 6 pick sixes in a season, a record in the Hall of Fame, and has been a really good cornerback, they take care of him with a contract that's really not that bad. Not that bad. It's all really in the lines of what we signed Diggs for like 3 years ago. It's actually a good contract. Oh, look at the Cowboys. They're idiots. They didn't sign Micah Parsons, but they signed this bum. Wait a minute. And they're working on Tyler Smith's contract. So wait a minute. So they're working on Tyler Smith's contract. They got Duran Bland out of the way. They paid Jake Ferguson, and they got Osa Nigasua. All done this offseason. All key players on your roster. All deals that are actually good for the team. But yet the Cowboys, they're just the stupidest team out there. Now, just listen to me for a second. If they do, they are talking to Tyler Smith. If they do get Tyler Smith done, you do realize we're pretty much eliminating the drama that we typically have. The drama is done. If we pay Tyler Smith, we don't have the play on the fifth-year option or leave scenario. The only possibility that might be that you have a situation would be George Pickens. And to do that, it would be the Cowboys would have to franchise tag George Pickens, right? So here's where it gets to be cool. The only way, I don't see anybody else on the team that you look at and say, well, unless it's Brandon Aubrey. I don't know if we're going to get to the point with the kicker. But with George Pickens, if, let's say, he plays great and you do like I said they could do, use the transitional tag or the non-exclusive tag, then by July 15th, either he's got a deal or he doesn't. He's got a deal or he doesn't. And he's on the tag or he's on somebody else's team. This eliminates any of the, pay the man or leave situation. This is bad news for ESPN and those guys because you don't have that scenario next year, right? So with George Pickens, it's either he gets tagged or he goes to free agency. So it's one or the other. There's only options, or he gets a deal. And the deal gets done before free agency or before July 15th. That's actually the way good teams operate. That's typically kind of things that the Eagles would do, which is take care of their guys before they're at the end of the rope, that they have some room to hide the contract numbers on. But now that the Cowboys are doing that, instead of saying, because they said, you overpaid for Dak Prescott, you overpaid, for well, I don't know, they actually haven't said it about CeeDee Lamb, but you overpaid for Dak Prescott. That was the dumbest thing in the world. Okay, so they actually are trying to be more logistic, better operating with the cap, but now they're stupid. They should have signed Micah Parsons. What I hope, what I would love to see happen? I would love to see them get another move in the ilk of something like George Pickens. Take a fourth-round pick or something and, trade for a really good player. Maybe another defensive tackle to go in there to say, we're actually about stopping the run, which is what Jerry Jones said. We're about stopping the run. So, yeah, let's see what they do. Let me. I think that maybe I'm a liar. If I am, it's not intentional. But I swear that towel is green. Let me see. Oh yeah, it did great. Look at that. Isn't that green? Green and white. Some damn Eagle fans trying to get me on hate week.
Green